hope that Cambodia can change its mind around single-use plastic. It's too much. Obviously, it's too much, and we cannot go on that way for many years like that. How I became a photographer, that's a very complex question for me. I think I always been a photographer since I'm young enough and being able to hold the camera. I still remember my mother when I was 12, she offered me my first film camera. And I think since that day I never stopped being a photographer. It's almost an obsession for me. So I consider myself more than like an artist, more than a professional photographer. I think street photography is the hardest part of photography because this is something you can't anticipate. The condition, the lighting, what is happening, everything is changing every second. So you have to be very reactive and ready for that. So being a street photographer has always been something very contemplative for me. I'm just sitting, walking and taking pictures. I'm very lucky because I've been all over the world and I traveled a lot. So I have been able all my life to take some picture in the street. This is something I really like when I arrive in a new city. I arrived in Cambodia for the first time more than 20 years ago. You were probably a very young girl at that time. And you know, the country was almost plastic free. There was almost no waste, no things like that in the street. A bit, but way less than before. And something that brings me a lot of hope for Cambodia, it's still a growing country and everything can be done very fast. So right now we are stuck and I think everyone in the country agrees that there is too many plastic and waste everywhere at every layer of the society. It's not just the poor people or the rich, no, it's everyone inside the same fight. And I really hope that Cambodia can change its mind around single-use plastic. It's too much. Obviously, it's too much, and we cannot go on that way for many years like that. So if we want to save this beautiful country, which is one of the most amazing countries in the world, we need to act very fast. So that's why I'm very keen on working on things that we all see, but finally we get used to it. So seeing plastic is almost normal for everyone. And at the same time, we are all very shocked about it, but we are a bit stuck. So thinking about how to show it to the world and how to think collectively about that, it's one of my main goals. And thank you for giving me this opportunity today to talk about that. I was studying a photographer named Craig Segal, and he did something amazing. He did a project with a few people. It can be professional model or just normal people like you and me. And he asked them to collect their waste for 7 days. And then he did a kind of very interesting setting. He put all the waste around them and asked them to lay down next to it. And I was thinking when I was studying his work, saying, oh, we should do that in Cambodia. Because our waste look like us. It will be very different from his work in US because the waste around the models I will select will be very Cambodian. So I decided to ask people to collect their waste for 7 days. And some people played the game. So after 7 days, we went all together. We have seen all those waste, and believe me, it was a huge amount of waste in a very short amount of time. And I decided to put that all around the models and taking pictures. So this is how it came. I've been inspired by a famous American photographer and I decided to make it Cambodian. So in the full series, you will see more plastic waste from Cambodia. In that one, it's a bit different. And I've been amazed by the model's creativity because Abbas, she came with this plastic sheet. And that was not something I asked for. So this work is it's the point where we meet. me and my project about plastic and people's creativity. And then this is what we get by the end of this. So it was a very rainy day. There was a very heavy rain. You can see the drop all around it. It's not fake one, it was the real rain. And we took that picture, and it's been a blessing to see young people ready to invest their time and energy to do something for that. Maybe you will be surprised, but I'm a very optimistic guy. I really think that Cambodia can switch very fast, faster than France, US or China. We can go faster. We are less people. The pollution and all these plastic issues are very new. It was exactly the same issue 50 years ago in Europe. So you see it's coming right now for us in Cambodia, and I think we can flip very fast. It's just a question of action. Example, no more single-use plastic in the country. It's just saying it. As soon as it will be said, everything will be organized around that. There is a green business to create. There is so many opportunities. And I think Cambodia is the perfect place for that. It's a very young country, young people ready to invest, to give their time and talents is everywhere in the country. So we just need to have kind of a collective thinking about we can do it. And if we believe in it, it will be something super easy because I think everyone is ready to move on. And we can be leader in the ASEAN, in Southeast Asia. We can be leader for that. We can show the example to the other country. We shouldn't wait anything from anyone, just do it. Yes, I have a message for everyone who will look at that. If anyone has a project related to plastic and pollution and waste in Cambodia, I will sponsor it directly. So if you have any idea that can help collectively the people to feel better and to be in action, I will directly sponsor any action related to that. So it can be videography, photography, whatever, just discuss and we will find a way to make it happen.